Tired of waking up to the same stuck life, chasing change that never sticks? In this audiobook, get the exact 12-chapter blueprint to fall asleep and let reality reshape around your dream self, starting tonight.
Welcome to Audiobook World, your go-to for self-improvement masterclasses in audio form. Discover 3 game-changing takeaways: how sleep rewires your reality for effortless success, the surrender ritual that attracts synchronicities on demand, and the intention seeds that manifest your boldest becoming unlocked across 12 transformative chapters.
Hit subscribe and turn on notifications for daily breakthroughs. Use chapter timestamps below to jump in. Your shift starts now. Close your eyes tonight and imagine this. The world around you begins to dissolve, not into darkness, but into a soft, shimmering mist. Your old life, its doubts, its chains fades like echoes in the wind. In its place, a new reality emerges, sculpted by the person you're daring to become. Feel that pull. That's not just sleep calling, it's your soul whispering. Let go, let reality bend. You've arrived at the edge of transformation. Lie back now, breathe deep. As you drift into slumber, reality starts to shift around you. Chapter 1: The Silent Invitation of Sleep. Imagine lying there in the velvet hush of midnight, your breath slowing like a river, finding its deepest channel. The weight of the day presses down, not as a burden, but as a gentle hand guiding you under. In that exact moment, something ancient stirs, a silent invitation from sleep itself. Sleep calls you not to escape, but to awaken. It's the quiet architect of transformation, the unseen force that reshapes the clay of your life while you drift unaware. Think of it, every night, for hours on end, your conscious mind steps aside, and a wiser, deeper intelligence takes the helm. This is no accident of biology. It's a sacred design, woven into the fabric of your being. The core truth of this journey lies here. In Chapter 1, sleep is your silent invitation to let reality shift around who you're becoming. Not by striving in the harsh light of day, where effort often scatters like dust in the wind, but by yielding in the dark, where true creation breathes. Let me take you into a story that mirrors your own quiet longings. There was a woman named Alara, a single mother in her 40s, her days a relentless grind of spreadsheets and unspoken dreams. She moved through life like a shadow of herself, capable, yes, but dimmed by years of someday promises that never bloomed. Nights brought no relief. She lay awake, mind racing with what-ifs, her body tense as a coiled spring. One evening, after another fruitless battle against insomnia, she made a simple choice: no more fighting. She turned off the lights, lay flat on her back, and whispered to the darkness, "Show me." Not a prayer, not a demand, just an invitation. As her breathing deepened, something shifted. Sleep didn't crash over her like a wave. It enveloped her like warm fog rolling in from the sea. In that space between wakefulness and dreams, visions flickered. Not wild fantasies, but glimpses of a fuller Alara. She saw herself laughing freely at a family dinner, her voice carrying confidence in a meeting, her hands crafting something beautiful from scraps of time. These weren't inventions of her tired mind. They felt like echoes from a future already in motion. She woke the next morning not refreshed in body alone, but alive in spirit. A colleague mentioned a promotion opportunity out of the blue. A long-lost friend called with an idea that sparked her buried passion for art. Coincidences? Perhaps to the skeptical eye, but Alara knew. She had accepted sleep's invitation, and reality had begun to tilt. This is the foundation we're building upon, the unshakable truth that sleep is not passive. It's an active portal, a bridge between the you that clings to old patterns and the you that's emerging, radiant and unbound. When you resist sleep, wrestling with tomorrow's worries or yesterday's ghosts, you slam that door shut. Reality stays locked in its familiar cage, the same job that drains you, the relationships that echo hollow, the dreams that gather dust. But when you heed the invitation, you step through. Your subconscious, that vast ocean beneath the surface of thoughts, stirs. It sifts through the essence of your desires, not the surface wants, but the soul-deep yearnings you've perhaps forgotten. It begins the work of alignment, drawing circumstances, people and opportunities into orbit around your becoming. Now, breathe into this foundation. The invitation is personal, extended to you alone in this moment. It's not about perfection or grand gestures. It's about trust, trusting that as you close your eyes tonight, the universe conspires. Reality doesn't shift through effort, it shifts through release. Picture your life as a vast tapestry, threads of habit and expectation woven tight. Sleep is the master weaver, pulling new strands, vibrant golds of opportunity, silvers of serendipity, while you rest. You've ignored this call before, perhaps dismissing it as fancy. No more. This audiobook is your guide, 12 chapters of revelation, each one a deeper dive into the alchemy of night. But let's make it real for you right now. As you listen, let your body sink heavier into whatever holds you: bed, chair, earth itself. Notice your breath in, filling with possibility, out releasing the known. This is step 1, acceptance. No forcing sleep, no counting sheep, just invitation. Whisper it inwardly. I am open. Show me who I'm becoming. Feel the subtle hum in your bones, the first tremor of shift. Ilara felt it that night, and her world unfolded petal by petal. Yours awaits the same. Yet this is only the doorway. We've laid the stone of understanding. Sleep invites, you answer. Reality responds. But what happens when yesterday's chains cling too fiercely? When the mind revolts against letting go? That's the grip we'll loosen next, in Chapter 2. For now, carry this spark. You've taken the first step. The journey quickens. Rest in that knowing, and let the invitation pull you deeper. Chapter 2. Releasing the grip of yesterday. Picture your hands, clenched around a fistful of jagged stones, yesterday's failures, sharp regrets, the weight of choices that carve deep grooves into your path. They cut into your palms, drawing invisible blood, as you stand at the edge of a vast, starlit ocean. The waves lap hungrily, promising freedom, but you can't step forward. Not while you hold on. Feel the burn now, the ache of grip too tight for too long. In this moment, listener, sleep extends its hand, not to pry your fingers loose by force, but to invite you to open them yourself, one stone at a time. Drop them into the depths. Watch them sink, vanishing into the abyss. Your hands free, your steps light. This is the raw urgency of release. Yesterday doesn't own you unless you let it. Tonight, as shadows lengthen, choose to unclench. The ocean awaits. This chapter carves deeper into our journey, building on sleep's invitation with the fierce act of release. The core truth here pulses like a heartbeat. To let reality shift around who you're becoming, you must release the grip of yesterday. Not ignore it, not bury it deeper, but consciously let it go in the sacred hush of night. Yesterday arrives unbidden. Memories of lost loves that left you hollow, career paths that dead-ended in silence, moments of courage unclaimed that now whisper, what if? They form an iron lattice around your present, dictating tomorrows that mirror old pains. But sleep reveals the illusion. These are not anchors, they're echoes, dissolving when you stop feeding them your energy. Let me draw you into the life of Kai, an architect in his mid-30s, whose blueprint for life had crumbled long ago. Divorced, demoted, drowning in a sea of self-recrimination, he replayed the divorce like a looped film reel every night. "If only I'd listened," he'd mutter into the pillow, fists balled until knuckles whitened. Sleep evaded him, a thief in his own bed. His reality, a monochrome existence, joyless days at a drafting table, sketching others' dreams, evenings numb with takeout and television. One rain-lashed night, after punching a wall in frustration, Kai collapsed onto the floor. No more war. He lay there, palms upturned, and named each stone aloud, the argument that shattered his marriage, the promotion he botched through fear, the father he disappointed by walking away from family trade. "I release you," he breathed, not believing it yet. Exhaustion claimed him then, deep and dreamless. Morning pierced through blinds like a revelation. Kai rose, hands strangely light. At work, his boss pulled him aside, not for reprimand, but to share a high-profile project needing fresh eyes. "You've got vision," the man said, eyes appraising Kai anew. Synchronicities snowballed. An old mentor emailed out of nowhere, inviting collaboration. A woman at the coffee shop struck up conversation that bloomed into connection. Kai's sketches ignited with color he hadn't touched in years. Reality hadn't changed overnight. He had, by releasing yesterday's grip in sleep's embrace, he'd signaled to the universe, "I'm ready for more." His world reshaped, threads pulling taut around the man emerging from ashes. This release isn't whimsy. It's a profound rewiring of your inner world. When you grip yesterday, cortisol surges, etching neural ruts of anxiety and repetition. Your subconscious, ever the loyal scribe, replays them in loops, manifesting more of the same. Sleep interrupts this cycle. As you drift, the parasympathetic nervous system dominates. Rest and digest, release and renew. Emotional toxins flush like silt from a streambed. Studies from sleep labs illuminate the poetry. Those who practice pre-sleep forgiveness rituals show reduced amygdala activity, the brain's fear center quieting like a storm passing. But science only maps the path. You walk it through intention. Feel this truth settle in your bones, listener. Yesterday's grip thrives on story. The narrative you tell yourself, "I'm broken because of that betrayal. I'll never succeed after that failure." Sleep unmasks the lie. It invites you to rewrite in the dark, where words unspoken carry weight. Imagine your mind as a cluttered attic, boxes of old letters yellowed with time. Release means opening them one by one, reading the faded ink, then burning them in a quiet fire. Ashes scatter on night winds, fertilizing soil for new growth. No ritual too grand. Simply lie down, scan your body for tension, jaw tight from unspoken anger. Shoulders hunched from carried shame. Breathe into them, exhale the story. "I release this. It served me once. No longer." Kai returned to that floor ritual nightly, refining it. He'd visualize each stone tumbling into blackness, ripples fading to stillness. Dreams came vivid then, him drafting soaring structures, embracing a partner under city lights, reconciling with his father over shared tools. Awake, reality mirrored. The project launched to acclaim, dates turned to depth. Family ties mended through honest words. He wasn't chasing, circumstances converged. Release created space, vacuum that the universe fills with alignment. Now, claim this for yourself. As you listen, inventory your grip. What stone cuts deepest? The job that undervalues you? The love that slipped away? The dream deferred? No judgment, only invitation. Tonight, palms open. Name it. Release it into sleep's vastness. Feel the lightness spread. Chest expands, breath flows freer. This is your power, not in erasing yesterday, but in freeing its hold. Reality, once rigid, gains fluidity. Opportunities that dodged you now circle closer. Relationships breathe anew. Your becoming emerges unhindered. We've forged this step. Release loosens yesterday's chains, allowing sleep to realign your world. Satisfaction blooms here, a quiet victory, yet dreams beckon beyond, ready to paint the canvas of possibility. What colors will they bring when you invite them fully? That revelation awaits in Chapter 3. Breathe deep now, let go completely, and watch the colors. Chapter 3. The Dreamweaver's Canvas. Envision a vast, empty canvas stretched across the night sky, its surface blank and pulsing with untapped potential, stars hovering like brushes dipped in liquid possibility. Your hand reaches out, not to paint with frantic strokes, but to whisper a single color into being, a bold crimson of courage, a sapphire of serenity. Suddenly, the canvas ignites. Scenes unfolding in vivid fury. You striding through doors long barred, voices cheering your name, landscapes bending to cradle your dreams. Feel the thrill surge through you now, listener, the electric hum of creation at your fingertips. This isn't fantasy, it's the Dreamweaver's canvas awakening. Your dreams don't merely entertain, they architect the reality queuing up to mirror you. Tonight, as sleep beckons, claim your brush. The first stroke is yours. Let the masterpiece begin. Here in Chapter 3, we step onto sacred ground, expanding sleep's invitation and release into active co-creation. The heart of this chapter beats with this revelation. Dreams are your personal Dreamweaver's canvas, the sacred space where you sketch the contours of who you're becoming, and reality rushes to fill in the details. No longer passive observers, you become the artist, directing the subconscious loom that weaves waking life from nocturnal visions. Dreams bypass the critic in your daylight mind, slipping straight into the fertile soil of belief. They etch blueprints so precise that circumstances realign, jobs appear, allies emerge, barriers dissolve, like actors stepping onto a stage already lit. Let me guide you into the world of Sophia, a quiet librarian in her late 20s, her life a stack of unread chapters gathering dust on forgotten shelves. Passionate about writing since childhood, she buried it under mountains of practicality, student loans, stable shifts, the safe rhythm of shelving books for others' stories. Nights brought fragmented dreams of scribbled pages, turning to blank stares, her words dismissed. Awake, her reality echoed. Rejection letters piled like overdue notices, creativity starved in a cage of doubt. One twilight evening, Sophia lingered in the stacks, fingers tracing spines of adventure tales. Inspired, she carried that spark to bed. No journal, no plan, just intention. "Show me my stories alive," she murmured, eyes closing on the canvas of night. Sleep wove its magic. Dreams unfurled, not as chaos, but as a gallery. Her novel launching to hushed awe, readers weeping over passages she'd inked in trance-like flow, crowds at signings where her voice commanded rooms. She tasted the ink, felt the weight of applause thrumming in her chest. Awakening, the canvas lingered behind her eyelids, colors bleeding into day. That afternoon, a regular patron, a local publisher, overheard her humming plot ideas and asked for a sample. Sophia, heart pounding, shared fragments scribbled on napkins. Weeks later, a contract arrived, modest but real. Book tours followed, her words flying off shelves. Strangers quoted her lines in cafes. Reality hadn't waited for perfection. It mirrored the Dreamweaver's bold strokes. Sophia's canvas had summoned its frame. This power roots in the dream state's alchemy, where logic yields to symbolism's fire. In REM, your brain fires like a forge, consolidating memories while prototyping futures. Neuroplasticity peaks, synapses strengthening around visualized triumphs. Research from dream labs reveals the wonder. Lucid dreamers who rehearse skills, public speaking, athletic feats, awaken with measurable gains, muscles remembering what eyes never saw. But beyond metrics lies mystery. The collective unconscious, as some sages call it, tapping archetypes that ripple outward, drawing matching energies. Your dream canvas doesn't create in isolation. It broadcasts, magnetizing the world to complete the picture. Sit with this, listener. Let it stir your own hidden gallery. You've dismissed dreams before, fleeting nonsense, breakfast revenge, yet they hold your truth, unfiltered. The recurring chase through mazes, your pursuit of breakthrough, the soaring flights, liberation calling. Tonight, step to your canvas intentionally. Before eyelids seal, hold one image clear, the you emerging, leading that meeting with fire, nurturing love without armor, pursuing passion unapologetically. Breathe it in, texture, scent, emotion, no forcing, invite. Dreamweaver, paint this true. As sleep descends, trust the brushes to dance. Sophia honed her art. Nightly, she refined. Crowds grew intimate, her prose sharper. Dreams responded, layering depth, agents calling, translations blooming. Awake, her reality painted fuller. Bestseller lists, workshops where she ignited others' canvases. She wasn't lucky, she directed. Doubts arose, of course, tight deadlines, harsh reviews, but the canvas steadied her, a North Star etched in night. Make it yours now. Feel the canvas behind your closed eyes, vast and waiting. What scene calls loudest? The promotion handshake? The healed bond? The body strong in motion? Stroke it into being. Notice resistance, a skeptic's whisper. That's the old reality fading. Dreams dissolve it, repainting with fidelity. Your subconscious, tireless artisan works through symbols, ladders for ascent, water for flow, light piercing dark for revelation. Decode as you wake, not with force but curiosity. Journal if drawn, or simply carry the glow. We've claimed this canvas now, your first bold strokes drying into permanence. Fulfillment rises here, a quiet mastery blooming. Yet true art thrives in rhythm, not rigid poses. How does surrender deepen these colors, turning sketches to symphonies? That pulse awaits in Chapter 4. Rest in your creation and feel the rhythm. Chapter 4, the rhythm of surrender. Feel the pulse beneath your skin now, a slow, insistent drumbeat rising from the earth's core, syncing with your breath, your heartbeat, the tide of night itself. You're standing on a windswept cliff, arms outstretched as a gale howls defiance, urging you to fight back. But instead, you lean in, you sway, you match the wind's wild cadence, becoming one with its fury until it cradles you, lifts you, carries you to heights unchallenged. That's surrender's rhythm. Listener, not collapse, but dance. The urgency grips you. How long have you battled alone? Muscles screaming, soul frayed. Tonight, join the beat. Let it course through you. Your reality hungers for this harmony. Step into the rhythm, and in Chapter 4, we pulse deeper into the heart of transformation, layering sleep's invitation, release and dream weaving with surrender's profound cadence. This chapter's truth resonates clear and unshakable. Surrender is the rhythm that allows reality to shift effortlessly around your emerging self. It's not defeat or passivity, but a dynamic yielding, a conscious attunement to life's unseen currents. When you resist, life jars against you like discordant notes, manifesting friction, stalled projects, strained bonds, endless striving without fruit. surrender sinks you, turning chaos to choreography where opportunities glide in, aligned and inevitable. This rhythm lives in your breath, your sleep cycle, the universe's quiet hum. Master it, and your world dances to your becoming. Enter the story of Rhea, a dancer in her early 30s, whose fire had dimmed to embers. Once a whirlwind on stage, injuries and critics had forged her into a fortress of control, rigid rehearsals till dawn, diets of denial, performances gripped by fear of flaw. Off stage, her life mirrored the strain. A partner who drifted away, auditions that echoed silence, a body betraying her with chronic pain. Nights were battlegrounds. She'd lie rigid, muscles clenched against vulnerability, sleep a shallow skirmish. One storm-tossed evening, after a fall that sidelined her indefinitely, Rhea faced the mirror, hollow eyes staring back. No more armor. She dimmed the lights, lay on cool wood floors, and began the rhythm. Inhale resistance, exhale into flow. Slow at first, like learning steps anew. Sleep claimed her then, not as enemy, but partner. In its depth, she dreamed of fluid motion, leaping through tempests unharmed, audiences blurring into waves of light, her body weaving impossible arcs, no force, pure synchrony. Awakening, the rhythm lingered, a subtle vibration. At physical therapy, her doctor marveled. Your alignments shifted overnight. An email arrived from an avant-garde troupe, seeking raw, unpolished souls. Rhea auditioned not with gritted teeth, but gliding surrender. They gasped, signed her on the spot. Performances ignited. Critics raved of effortless power. Crowds rose in ovations. Her partner returned, drawn to the woman now radiant, not rigid. Pain eased as rhythm ruled. Surrender hadn't erased struggle. It had synced her to triumph's beat. This rhythm anchors in your physiology and spirit alike. Breath mirrors it. Inhale gathers energy, exhale releases to make space. Sleep embodies the cycle, wake to deep non-REM's restorative trough, REM's creative peak. Back to dawn's renewal, resistance disrupts, spiking stress hormones that lock you in fight or flight, replaying discord. Surrender activates the vagus nerve, your inner conductor, flooding calm, fostering coherence where heart, breath, brain align. Labs confirm. Practitioners of breath-synchronized meditation enter sleep faster, dream vividly, wake with elevated mood and problem-solving prowess. Spiritually, it's ancient wisdom recast, the Tao's Wu Wei, effortless action flowing like water around stone. Lean into this now, listener. Let the rhythm find you. Notice your breath as we speak. In, gathering yesterday's echoes. Out, scattering them. Feel chest, rise soft, fall complete. This is surrender's gateway. Before sleep, adopt the cadence. 4 counts in, holding the intention of your becoming stronger connections, bolder pursuits, inner peace. 4 counts out, yielding control. No perfection, presence. Rhea danced it nightly, palms on belly, sinking to imagined drums, dreams amplified, stages vast as oceans, her form liquid light. Awake, reality stepped in rhythm. Collaborations bloomed, body healed through intuitive care, life a seamless performance. Rhea's evolution deepened. Doubts crept, standing ovations to empty rooms. She'd return to rhythm, breath steadying storm. Synchronicities multiplied. A mentor appeared at a cafe, sharing techniques. Injuries became signature moves. Vulnerability her edge. She taught classes now, igniting others' rhythms. Her world no longer resisted her. It moved with her, a grand pas de deux. Claim it here, in this breath. Scan tension, forehead furrowed from future fears, belly knotted from control. Inhale light, exhale grip. The rhythm builds momentum, carrying you toward dreams enriched. Feel harmony spread, limbs loosen, mind quiets, soul hums. This is power unveiled. Surrender as strength, rhythm as revelation. Your reality once clashing cymbals, tunes to symphony. We've synced to this beat, fulfillment thrumming in your veins. Yet beneath the rhythm lies a deeper sea, whispering secrets from your core. What truths rise when you dive unafraid? Chapter 5 beckons. Breathe the rhythm now and plunge into the whispers. Chapter 5 Whispers from the Subconscious Sea. Dive with me now into an endless sea of midnight blue, where surface waves crash with the noise of daily strife, but beneath lies stillness, absolute, a realm of liquid light, where ancient whispers rise like silver bubbles, brushing your skin with secrets long submerged. You're sinking, not drowning but descending gracefully, weightless, as voices from the depths call your true name. Feel the cool embrace tighten, pulling you toward glowing currents that illuminate hidden treasures, forgotten strengths, buried truths, the map to your becoming. This urgency seizes you. Listener, how many lifetimes have you skimmed the surface, deaf to the call below? The subconscious sea beckons fiercely tonight. Plunge in. Listen close. Your reality trembles on the edge of revelation. Chapter 5 immerses us in the profound undercurrents of transformation, weaving sleep's invitation, release, dream weaving, and surrender into the whispers of your subconscious sea. At its core burns this luminous truth. Sleep plunges you into the subconscious sea, where innate wisdom surfaces to reshape your reality from within. This isn't the babbling chatter of thoughts. It's the primordial ocean of intuition, instinct, and soul knowledge, holding answers your waking mind quests in vain. When ignored, it churns turbulent, manifesting confusion, blocks, indecision. Heeded, its whispers align stars, insights spark, paths clarify. Your emerging self sails forth unerring. Sleep is the dive suit, night the portal. Here, truth bubbles up, undeniable. Meet Thomas, a teacher in his 50s, adrift in a life of quiet desperation. Classroom days blurred into monotony, his passion for poetry drowned under lesson plans and grading stacks. Inside, a storm raged, unfulfilled longing to write, to share verses that could heal. Surface coping failed, weekend scribbles discarded, therapy words hollow. Nights tossed him on choppy waves, insomnia his constant companion. One autumn evening, after students' blank stares crushed another reading, Thomas sat by his window, rain mirroring inner turmoil. Exhausted, he surrendered to bed, palms on heart. See within, speak, he breathed. No ritual, pure plea. Sleep pulled him under like a riptide. In the depths whispers gathered, not words, but visions pulsing with knowing. He saw himself on sunlit stages, verses weaving through crowds like healing mist, students leaning forward rapt, his books stacked high in sunbeams, a voice resonant as ocean floor hum, intoned, "Your words are medicine, release the fear flood." Flow. No judgment, only clarity. Thomas surfaced at dawn, soaked in certainty. He rewrote lessons, infusing poetry into math metaphors, history through lyrical tales. Students ignited, hands shot up, eyes alight. A colleague shared his approach at faculty meet. Invitations followed to workshops. A small press discovered his online shares. First collection published to local acclaim. Leaves shifted through his lines. The sea had whispered. Reality listened. This sea's power marries mystery and mechanism. Your subconscious comprises 95% of mental processing. A neural navy, navigating patterns unseen, relational dynamics, health signals, creative sparks. Sleep activates the default mode network, introspection's engine, where epiphanies forge. Pineal gland, floods, melatonin, laced with insight. Hippocampus replays days, extracting essence. Research unveils the poetry. Deep sleepers solve puzzles faster upon waking, their sea yielding solutions. Spiritually, it's the Akashic underflow, universal knowing accessible to all. Whispers arrive symbolic, shipwrecks for sunk potentials, lighthouses for guidance, pearls for wisdom gleaned. Breathe into your sea now, listener. Feel its pull. As words flow, sense the depths below your thoughts, currents of intuition you've muted with noise. Tonight, prime the dive. Dim lights, body still, hand on abdomen. Inhale sea air, exhale surface scum. Pose the question softly. What truth shapes my becoming? No force float. Sleep descends, carrying you down. Whispers may cloak as feelings, warmth for yes, chill for caution, or dreams laced with import keys, unlocking chests, compasses spinning true. Thomas, attuned nightly. Doubts surfaced, empty seats at first readings, yet whispers steadied. Plant seeds, harvest follows. Synchronicities swelled. A student's parent, bookstore owner, stocked his book. Radio interview bloomed from casual chat. He mentored young poets, his sea's medicine rippling wide. Life no longer adrift. Currents propelled him, purposeful. Embody this descent yourself. Inventory surface distractions, buzzing doubts, shoulds, musts. Let them foam away. Feel the sea rise, tingle in fingertips, hush in mind. Whispers confirm your path, that nudge toward new work. Mending rift, bold leap. Trust them over logic's clamor. Your becoming sails these waters. Reality parts like mist. We've bathed in these whispers. Emergence glistening on your skin. Fulfillment, lapse gentle here. Yet night offers mirrors too, reflecting not past shadows, but future light. What gaze awaits when you look unflinching? Chapter 6 calls, sink deeper now, and behold the reflection. Chapter 6, the mirror of nighttime reflections. Stand before a towering mirror framed in ancient silver, its surface not glass but rippling mercury, alive with the breath of night. Your reflection stares back, not the weary face etched by day's toll, but a luminous figure, radiating quiet fire, eyes alight with unspoken power, posture tall as mountains unchained. Reach out, your hand passes through, merging with this other you, strength flooding your veins like liquid starlight. Feel the jolt now, listener, the shock of recognition, the urgent pull of truth. This is sleep's mirror, revealing not who you were, but who you're becoming. How long have you averted your gaze, blind to the glory waiting? Tonight, look fully. The reflection beckons. Your reality hangs in the balance of this stare. Chapter 6 polishes this mirror to crystalline clarity, building on invitation, release, dream weaving, surrender, and whispers with the revelatory power of nighttime reflection. Its central flame declares, sleep presents the mirror of your emerging self, inviting unflinching gaze that imprints conviction so deep reality reflects it back, transformed. No distortion, no judgment, just pure essence. Daytime mirrors lie, filtered by doubt's fog. Night's version cuts true, showing potential's glow amid shadows. Avoid it, and life echoes limitation. Embrace it, and alignment surges. Confidence magnetizes success. Authenticity draws kin souls. Your becoming solidifies in waking light. This mirror isn't passive, it's a forge, tempering vision into unbreakable resolve. Step into Mira's tale, a healer in her 40s, whose hands trembled with self-doubt, despite years easing others' pains. Clinic days drained her patients mended under her touch, yet she saw only her own fractures, childhood scars of inadequacy, a failed practice, whispers of imposter, mirrors avoided. She glimpsed only crow's feet and hesitance. Nights fragmented with anxiety dreams, her reflection a blurred spectre. One frost-bitten evening, after turning a desperate client from fear of failure, Mira confronted her bedroom mirror under moonlight. No words, tears traced paths. She lay down, eyes closing on intention. "Show me true," sleep erected the frame. In its depths, the mirror sharpened. Mira saw hands, steady as oak roots, channeling light into broken bodies. Clinics bustling with gratitude, her voice teaching circles of healers, scars transmuted to wisdom's map. No striving, inherent radiance. A subtle voice echoed from the glass. See, believe, become. Dawn broke with the image burned in. At work, her touch ignited faster, healings deepened, word spread. A former patient referred a benefactor, funding flowed for expansion, students gathered. Drawn to her quiet authority, doubts assailed, standing room crowds overwhelmed, yet the mirror steadied gaze inward, glow outward. Her reality mirrored back, thriving practice, healed relationships, legacy unfolding. This mirror's potency fuses neurology and numinous. Sleep consolidates self-concept via precuneus activation, the brain's self-referential hub, strengthening positive identity loops. Mirror neurons fire, rehearsing poise until embodied. Studies illuminate. Nightly self-compassion visualization reduces cortisol, boosts prefrontal coherence for decisive action. Mystically, it's the anahata reflector, heart's honest lens piercing Maya to reveal Atman. Gaze nightly transmutes flaws become features, fears fuel. Turn to your mirror now, listener, as voice carries you there. Feel its cool surface against closed lids. Before sleep, summon one facet, the leader's stance, lover's openness, creator's spark. Witness it breathe, move, thrive. No critique, absorb. This is me emerging, affirm softly. Sleep holds the gaze, polishing until indelible. Mira ritualized it. Dawn journaling reflections, dusk renewals, synchronicities cascaded, media spots, collaborations with masters, personal bonds, deepened by vulnerability owned. She mentored now, holding mirrors for others. Life no longer hid, it shone congruent. Embrace yours in this instant. Scan inner glass, where dim, breathe light there. Strength gleams, perhaps in quiet resilience, fierce loyalty, untapped vision. Hold the gaze, feel conviction root. Tension melts, poise rises, reality responds, doors swing, allies affirm, paths illuminate. We've gazed deep, your reflection etched, eternal. Empowerment pulses here, yet darkness cradles seeds too. Fertile for intentions sown, what grows when planted deep. Chapter 7 awaits. Hold the image now, and sow the seeds. Chapter 7. Seeds of intention in fertile darkness. Plunge your hands into soil black, as midnight velvet cool and yielding, fingers parting rich earth that clings like a lover's promise, cradling tiny seeds pulsing with latent fire. No sunlight here, no rush of spring, only profound darkness, womb of worlds, where roots first quest blindly, drawing unseen nourishment to burst forth in impossible bloom. Feel the tremble now, listener, as you press them deep, your intentions for love unbound, purpose aflame, freedom unchained. This urgency ignites. How many dreams have you scattered on barren ground, starved by daylight impatience? Fertile darkness hungers for your seeds tonight. Plant them, cover them, trust the unseen alchemy. Your reality stirs in anticipation, ready to sprout. Chapter 7 burrows into the nourishing heart of our odyssey, layering invitation, release, dream-weaving, surrender, whispers, and reflections with the potent act of seeding intentions in sleep's fertile darkness. Its radiant core proclaims, darkness is fertile soil, where intentions take root, unseen, germinating realities that bloom in alignment with your becoming. Daylight scatters seeds shallow, eroded by doubt and distraction. Night's blackness incubates them, shielded, infused with subconscious vitality. Planted pure, they compel growth. Circumstances cultivate, helpers arrive, harvests exceed imagining. This isn't wishful planting, it's deliberate husbandry, where sleep waters, warms and weaves. Witness Leora, a florist in her late 30s, whose garden mirrored her wilted spirit. Shop shelves sagged with unsold bouquets. Her own dreams, expansive greenhouses, community plots, healing neighbors of withered underbills and solitude. Days clipped stems mechanically, nights mulled failures. Sleep a barren field. One equinox night, after discarding another business plan trampled by banks, Leora knelt by her windowsill herbs. Hands in soil, she gathered resolve. No grand plot, 3 seeds of intention, thriving sanctuary, joyful partnerships, legacy of growth. Palms cupped, she whispered them into darkness before bed. Root here, grow true. Exhaustion tilled the ground, sleep furrowed in. In fertile depth, germination stirred. Dreams bloomed, subterranean, roots intertwining with earth's pulse, shoots piercing toward light. Her greenhouses teeming with laughter, hands clasped in shared dirt. No force, organic thrust. Dawn gilded the room. Leora rose, fingers itching. At market, a vendor swapped plots for cuttings. Prime land overlooked. Customers lingered, drawn to her sudden spark. Orders swelled. A quiet regular, landscape architect. Proposed collaboration. Community gardens funded by grants she navigated. Partnerships flowered. Her shop expanded to verdant heart. Legacy rooted. School programs, healed hands in soil. Darkness had cradled. Reality fruited abundantly. This seeding thrives on night's unique fertility. Darkness suppresses melatonin foes, optimizing growth hormone surges that mirror plant rooting, cellular expansion, neural sprouting. Subconscious incubates via glymphatic clearance, flushing inhibitory debris, allowing intentions to embed in long-term memory palaces. Labs echo, ancients pre-sleep affirmations, boost follow-through 30%. Seeds sprouting behavioral vines, mystically, it's prana soil. Life force concentrated, magnetizing etheric matches. Plant with specificity, not more money, but abundant flow sustaining my sanctuary. Feel it, texture of success, scent of harvest, taste of fulfillment. Kneel in your darkness now, listener, soil cool under imagined touch. As narration breathes, select your seeds, one for vocation's bloom, one for heart's tendrils, one for spirit's canopy. Hold them, small, potent. Before lids seal, press deep. Intention of your becoming, root in fertile dark, grow. Visualize burial, then release cover with night's blanket. Sleep cultivates, dreams may sprout previews. Vines climbing trellises, fruits ripening under moon. Leora nightly seeded refinements, deeper roots against drought, pollinators for abundance. Challenges came, storms flooding plots, yet soil yielded resilience. Synchronicities fruited, investors at garden talks, media on her green healing. She gifted starts, circles expanding, life no longer sparse, verdant, interconnected. Gather yours this breath. What seeds wait? Career canopy, relational orchard, personal forest. Press them in. Feel earth receive. Pulse with promise. Tension yields to expectancy. Lightness spreads. Reality tills in response. Nudges toward soil. Hands to aid. Rains of grace. We've planted deep earth humming with your intentions. Quiet power swells here. Yet sown seeds dance not alone. Synchronicities waltz in harmony. What steps await your planted garden? Chapter 8 unfolds. Cover your seeds now and dance into sync. Chapter 8. The Dance of Synchronicities. Twirl into a moonlit ballroom where shadows waltz with light, your feet finding perfect rhythm without cue, partners materializing from mist to spin you through arches of fate, each step unveiling doors that swing wide to hidden gardens of possibility. Laughter echoes as strangers become allies, obstacles melt into graceful turns, the music swelling to match your heart's unspoken song. Feel the spin accelerate now, listener, the dizzying joy, the magnetic pull of destiny's embrace. This is the dance of synchronicities, no accident but orchestration. How many invitations have you sidestepped, mistaking chaos for chance? The floor clears for you tonight. Step forward. Your reality pirouettes in wait, eager to partner your becoming. Chapter 8 sweeps us into harmonious motion, integrating invitation, release, dreamweaving, surrender, whispers, reflections, and seeded intentions with synchronicity's elegant choreography. Its vibrant essence pulses as sleep aligns your inner realm. Synchronicities dance into your outer world, converging events, people, and moments in flawless step with who you're becoming. Not random luck, but quantum entanglement, your refined vibration broadcasting, drawing resonant frequencies like moths to flame. Ignore the cues, and life stumbles in isolation. Tune in, and the dance unfolds. Coincidences cascade, propelling you forward with grace. Sleep primes the music. Wakefulness claims the lead. Glide with Elias, a musician in his early 40s, whose melodies had faded to faint echoes in a corporate cage. Guitar gathering dust, gigs ghosts of youth. He navigated spreadsheets by day, soul starving, synchronicities dismissed as flukes. A song on radio mirroring his mood, a busker's tune sparking memory. Nights wrestled regrets, sleep shallow. One starless evening, after quitting a soul-crushing meeting in defiance, Elias strummed idly. Notes flowed true. Bed called. He seeded intention, music as lifeline shared in circles. Sleep orchestrated the overture. Dreams launched the dance, stages alive with swaying crowds, strings vibrating in unison with hearts, collaborators harmonizing seamless. Dawn hummed, prelude. Walking to coffee, he collided gently with an old bandmate turned promoter, spilling notes that ignited talk of revival nights. Needed your sound, the man grinned. Elias performed that week, audience rapt. A scout in shadows signed him for tours. Strangers approached post-show, venue owners offering residencies, fans gifting gear, a vocalist's voice blending perfectly at jam. Flights aligned last minute, inspiration struck mid-flight. Corporate ties severed amicably, music enveloped full-time. The dance whirled, no force, pure flow. Synchronicities thrive on heightened attunement. Sleep consolidates pattern recognition, amygdala calming to discern signal from noise, reticular activating system spotlighting relevance. Neuroscience maps it. Post-deep sleep, confirmation bias, flips positive, priming notice of alignments. Quantum views whisper entanglement. Observer collapses, waves into particles matching intent. Mystically, it's Akashic choreography. Threads pulled by collective weave. Cultivate by noting the random call birthing opportunity. Delayed train yielding mentor. Gratitude amplifies, inviting encores. Join the floor now, listener. Feel the bass thrum. As words weave, recall near misses turned fortune. That's the dance teasing. Tonight, pre-slumber. Synchronicities lead me true. Eyes shut, envision the waltz. Hands extended, steps sinking. Sleep cues partners awake alert. Billboard phrases echoing dreams. Overheard chats charting paths. Serendipitous meets sparking bonds. Elias mastered cues. Hesitations arose. To a chaos. Yet dance steadied wrong turn to discovery gig. Missed flight to better slot. Circles expanded. Albums charted. Youth inspired. Legacy strummed. Isolation yielded to symphony. Claim your steps this instant. Sense the rhythm. Foot tap. Heart sync. What partner awaits? That nudge call, fated encounter. Lean in. Doubt twirls away. Grace takes togue. Reality choreographs. Paths cross. Timing's perfect. Becoming center stage. We've danced electric. Connections sparkling. Exhilaration lingers. Yet night rewires deeper. Etching neural maps for sustained flight. What pathways ignite next? Chapter 9 summons. Take the next turn now and rewire. Chapter 9, rewiring the neural nightscape. Ignite a vast neural nightscape within your skull, a cosmic web of flickering constellations, old dim pathways crackling with static fear, suddenly flooded by sleep's electric storm, arcs leaping to forge brilliant new highways of gold, lighting trails where doubt once reigned, propelling you toward horizons ablaze with possibility. Sparks cascade now, listener, searing away rusted chains, synapses snapping into symphonies of strength. Feel the surge course through raw power, urgent reconfiguration. This is your brain's secret forge, alive in night's grip. How long have you trudged dim trails, trapped in loops of limitation? The storm breaks tonight. Embrace the flash. Your reality ignites on these new wires. Chapter 9 electrifies our path, fusing invitation, release, dream weaving, surrender, whispers, reflections, seeds, and synchronicities with the profound rewiring of your neural nightscape. It's blazing truth. Sleep rewires your brain's architecture, dismantling outdated circuits of scarcity while etching vibrant pathways, aligned with your emerging self, compelling reality to follow the upgraded flow. Daytime habits groove shallow ruts. Night's neuroplasticity peaking in deep sleep. Sculpts bedrock highways, neglect it and old wires dominate. Procrastination loops, fear breaks, self-sabotage shorts, harness it, and momentum builds. Decisions sharpen, resilience surges, actions magnetize success. Sleep isn't downtime, it's your neural renaissance. Journey with Nora, a software engineer in her late 20s, entangled in anxiety's tangled grid. Code compiled flawlessly by day, but inner circuits shorted. Imposter syndrome firing relentlessly. Promotions dodged by panic spirals. Nights wired awake in dread loops. Relationships flickered out, creativity stalled. One blackout evening, after a meltdown demo where her voice cracked silent, Nora mapped her nightscape mentally, red wires of not enough pulsing dominant, no pills, intention, bed became lab. Rewire for calm command. Sleep thundered in, storm unleashed. In neural depths, arcs leaped. Old fear paths dissolving in plasma bursts. Golden conduits forming, steady hands pitching ideas. Teams rallying to a vision. code flowing intuitive as breath. Synapses bonded, unbreakable confidence hubs, linking to prefrontal command. Dawn rebooted her, morning stand-up, words emerged fluid, leads nodded approval, bugs unraveled effortlessly. A lead div paired with her on legacy code, yielding breakthroughs. Promotion landed unbidden, her pitches captivated rooms. Peers sought her guidance, collaborations sparked innovations, anxiety wires faded ghosts. New grid hummed, purposeful, potent, rewiring roots in night's symphony. Non-REM prunes excess synapses, deep slow wave consolidates gains. REM replays triumphs, strengthening via LTP. Long-term potentiation, where neurons that fire together wire together. Hippocampus tags intentions, amygdala downregulates threats. fMRI poetry. Pre-sleep visualization thickens myelin sheets, accelerating impulse 20-fold. Hormonal cascade growth hormone sculpts. Serotonin stabilizes, turns vision to velocity. Esoterically, it's Kundalini circuits awakening, pranic currents realigning chakras to cosmic grid. Wire your nightscape now, listener, as voice sparks the grid. Sense the web behind eyes, dim fear clusters, flood them light. Tonight, blueprint, envision new paths, crisp decisions racing fearlessly, creativity surging unchecked, discipline flowing habitual, hold vivid, meeting conquered, project excelled, body honed, breathe activation, rewire this true, sleep forges. Dreams may replay circuits firing previews of prowess. Nora optimized, nightly scans, daytime affirmations reinforcing wires, setbacks zapped, tight deadline panic, rewired response, breath steadies, innovation flows, synchronicities wired in, head hunted for dream role, mentors syncing seamlessly. She coded wellness apps now, circuits healing multitudes. Reboot yours this pulse. Trace a new wire from doubt nexus to action core. Feel myelin sheath, signals swift. Old loops short, fresh highways blaze. Tension transmutes to traction. Clarity crackles. Reality roots anew. Opportunities surge. Habits lock. Becoming accelerates. We've rewired radiant. Grid glowing fierce. Vitality vaults through. Yet echoes from ahead call to. Future selves tuning the signal. What voices guide these wires? Chapter 10 resonates. Charge the circuit now and echo forward. Chapter 10. Echoes of future selves. Hearken to a chorus of echoes rippling through cavernous halls of tomorrow. Voices layered in harmony. Yours but amplified, resonant with triumphs yet unlived. Calling back across time's veil with crystalline urgency. We're waiting. Step into our cadence. You strain forward and one steps from shadow. Poised, unshakable. Arms open in welcome, their hand clasping yours to pull you through the threshold into a life ablaze with fulfillment. Feel the vibration now, listener, thrumming in your core. The magnetic tug of futures cheering your arrival. This isn't distant fancy, it's your lineage of selves echoing fierce. How long have you silenced their song, lost in present clamor? The echoes swell tonight. Tune your ear. Your reality resonates to their refrain. Chapter 10 bridges the expanse of time, harmonizing invitation, release, dream weaving, surrender, whispers, reflections, seeds, synchronicities, and rewiring with the profound guidance of future selves echoes. Its timeless core sings. Through sleep, future selves echo vividly, offering blueprints, encouragement, and course corrections that tune your present to their achieved reality, drawing it inexorably closer. These aren't hallucinations, they're precognitive transmissions from your higher timeline, accessed in night's liminal expanse. Mute them, and paths diverge into delay, amplify, and momentum cascades. Choices align intuitively, obstacles yield to their wisdom, becoming accelerates, sleep thins the veil, echoes make it bridge. Walk with Ronan, a venture builder in his mid-40s, stalled at crossroads of safety and spark. Startups fizzled into safe consulting, family thrived outwardly, inwardly hollow. Echoes, dismissed as nostalgia, faint memories of youthful fire. Nights replayed safe scripts, sleep evaded depth. One solstice eve, after passing on a bold pitch, gut said yes. Ronan paced moonlit balcony, heart ached for more. Bed summoned, he called aloud. Future me. Echo clear, sleep parted the veil. Echoes flooded. A silver-haired Ronan, boardrooms conquered, teams thriving under his vision, family adventures woven seamless, philanthropy rippling wide. His voice boomed warm. Leap now, we've paved it. Scenes layered, pitch-ceiling deals, mentors materializing, balances surging, no force. Assured flow, dawn echoed residual timber. Ronan revived the pitch next day, investors leaned in, funding locked. Team assembled serendipitously, old allies, fresh talents, sinking instant, milestones hit. Product launched viral, acquisitions whispered, family deepened through shared ventures. Echoes steadied storms, funding dips. Pivot here, gold awaits. Reality converged on the future voiced. Echoes channel night's temporal fluidity. Delta waves dissolve linear time. Pineal decalcifies for clairvoyance. Theta bridges timelines via quantum non-locality. Your consciousness entangled across potentials. Labs pair. Precognitive dreams. Predict events with statistical edge. Future selves as superpositions collapsing via focus. Esoterically, it's Akashic records tuned personal. Soul contracts calling activation. Summon nightly. Future selves thriving in your vision. Echo guidance. Dreams deliver dialogues. Symbols, clocks for timing. Paths converging for choices. Attune now, listener, as narration carries the call. Behind lids, sense the hall, faint harmonies. Amplify. Tonight, invoke specific, future me in abundant legacy. Echo steps. Visualize clasp. Handshake firm. Eyes knowing. Sleep amplifies volume. Echoes clarify paths. Ronan refined reception. Dawn notes captured tones. Daytime pauses queried. Echoes evolved. Expansive selves, mentoring multitudes. Challenges harmonized. Market crash. Diversify thus. Thrive emerges. Legacy swelled. Foundations funded. Heirs inspired. Hear yours this breath. What echo yearns? Career crescendo. Relational symphony. Vitality opus. Lean in. Volume rises. Doubt muffles. Trust booms. Reality retunes. Intuitions sharpen. Alignments cascade, becoming choral. We've echoed triumphant, chorus swelling your chest. Resonance builds unbreakable. Yet rest transmutes deepest, alchemizing base to gold. What forge refines these echoes? Eternal. Chapter 11 beckons. Echo their call now, and enter the alchemy. Chapter 11. The alchemy of restful transmutation. Step into a subterranean forge aglow with ethereal flames, where leaden lumps of pain, heartbreak's heavy slag, doubt's corroded ore, tumble into the crucible of night, bubbling, searing, transmuting under sleep's relentless heat into molten gold streams that pour into molds of destiny, cooling to gleaming artifacts of power and purpose. The air shimmers with alchemy's roar, sparks flying as base yields to brilliance. Feel the heat kiss your skin now, listener, the urgent forge hammer striking your core, transformation not wished but wrought. This is restful transmutation, sleep's secret refinery. How long have you hoarded raw wounds, unrefined? The bellows ignite tonight. Offer your lid. Your reality gleams on the anvil, forged anew. Chapter 11 crowns our ascent, melding invitation, release, dream weaving, surrender, whispers, reflections, seeds, synchronicities, rewiring, and echoes into alchemy's supreme art. Sleep transmutes suffering into superpower, forging your emerging self from adversity's fire, its molten truth. Night's rest is your inner crucible, where pain alchemizes, not erased, but elevated into wisdom, resilience, destiny's gold. Daylight polishes surface, sleep penetrates atomic, rearranging hurt's essence. Cling to wounds, and they chain, transmute, and they propel. Betrayals birth boundaries, failures fuel fortitude, grief gilds generosity. This forge burns eternal, turning dross to divine. Enter Lila's crucible, a widow in her early 50s, shattered by loss's leaden blow. Husband gone sudden, business crumbled in grief's wake. She wandered ash-grey days, mirror avoided, connections severed, purpose pulverized. Pain weighed, literal sleep fled, body ached, spirit slumped. One harvest moon night, after auctioning remnants of their shared dream, Lila knelt amid boxes, fists clutching his scarf. Rage, sorrow surged. No escape, embrace. Bed her anvil, forge this pain to power. Sleep kindled the fire. In forge depths, transmutation raged. Heartbreak's lump melting, impurities boiling off. Fear, bitterness revealing golden core, compassion deepened by her vigil, resilience hammered from endurance, vision clarified in loss's forge light, scenes solidified, Lila guiding widow's circles, her cafe reborn as haven, laughter reclaiming tables, a voice from flames, pain purified, serves multitudes. Dawn cooled the poor, Lila rose tempered. She hosted first gathering, raw shares kindling bonds, women returned, community coalesced, grants flowed for expansion, cafe thrived, infused her story, from ashes hearth, legacy gleamed, books penned, lives lifted, lid transmuted, gold empowered, alchemy fuses biochemistry and beyond. Sleep's autophagy devours damaged cells, recycling pain's cellular scars into repair proteins, emotional processing via NRAM tags, trauma for integration, REM narrativizes triumph, neurochemically, BDNF blooms, sprouting adaptive circuits from stress-forged steel. Studies gleam post-traumatic growth accelerates in deep sleepers, wounds wiring wisdom. Esoterically, it's nigrido to rubido-based dissolution, birthing philosopher's stone, suffering the prima materia, yielding enlightenment. Stoke your forge now, listener, flames licking inner walls. As narration fans the coals, identify lid, betrayal's bar, failure's ingot, loss's lump, offer it pre-slumber, envision crucible swallow, heat purify, smoke of old self venting, gold streaming pure, breathe bellows, transmute this true, sleep hammers relentless, dreams preview polish. Lila nightly fed the fire, fresh grief, fresh gold, storms tested, grief anniversaries, forge steadied, compassion circles swelled, synchronicities poured, publishers at events, partners sharing vision. She alchemized globally now, retreats forging collectives. Ignite yours this breath. Sense heat build. Pain softens, yields, reshapes. Tension transmutes traction, sorrow sparks. Service. Reality receives gold. Attractions shift to equals. Paths honor scars as strength, becoming burnished. We forged, unbreakable, gold pulsing vital, Mastery manifests here, yet dawn eternal beckons, weaving all into forever light. What finale crowns this alchemy? The eternal dawn awaits. Pour the gold now, and rise, radiant. Chapter 12. The infinite cycle of becoming. Rise with the first blush of an eternal dawn breaking over endless horizons, where night's forged gold melts into rivers of light, cascading into valleys of fresh possibility. Your silhouette, no longer shadow, but sun-kissed titan striding landscapes, reshaped by your own hand. Horizons curve invitingly, whispering of cycles unending. Each dusk a new forge, each dawn a bolder you emerging triumphant. Feel the warmth, flood your limbs now, listener, the triumphant surge of culmination laced with infinite promise. This is no end, but Genesis perpetual. How many nights have you dimmed your own light, blind to the cycle's grace? Dawn crowns you tonight. Step into the rays, your reality orbits this rhythm, forever yours to command. Chapter 12 weaves the grand tapestry, synthesizing sleep's silent invitation, yesterday's release, dreamweaver's canvas, surrender's rhythm, subconscious whispers, nighttime mirrors, intention seeds, synchronicity's dance, neural rewiring, future echoes, and alchemical transmutation into the infinite cycle of becoming. Its eternal flame declares, every night births a new reality, aligned with your evolution, a self-sustaining loop where sleep refines, life reflects, and you ascend ceaselessly. This isn't linear climb, it's spiral ascent. Each cycle deeper, wider, truer, stagnate, and orbits tighten to repetition. Embrace, and galaxies unfold, vitality renews, purpose expands, legacy spirals outward, sleep seeds the cycle, your living waters it eternal. Breathe in the arc of Javier, a shipwright in his 60s, whose vessels mirrored his stalled voyage, decades crafting hulls for others' seas, his own dreams, ocean-spanning adventures, teaching waves wisdom beached by age's excuse, family duties, creaking joints, cycles spun wrote dawn to dusk hammers, nights replaying unlived sails. One comet-tailed dusk, after launching another man's yacht, Javier traced scars on his calloused palms, maps of unlived miles, no lament, ignition. Bed his compass, invoking full cycle from invitation to gold. Sleep charted the course. Visions cycled vivid. Javier capting sun-dappled decks, students gripping tillers under his eye, books charting soul seas, joints limber in salt wind. Echoes chorused. Cycle turns eternal sail now. Dawn crested. Javier bartered his yard for a seaworthy sloop. First voyage, storms tested, surrender's rhythm steadied. Synchronicities charted, ports yielding berth shares, fellow sailors forming flotillas, a publisher docking for tales. He taught aboard youth's gripping lines, eyes wide to horizons, joints oiled by purpose, family-joined passages, cycles layered, each night refined, bolder routes, deeper lessons, reality sailing seamless. Javier's legacy? Schools afloat, souls navigating their seas. This cycle pulses in cosmic cadence. Circadian mastery, melatonin to cortisol crescendo, orchestrates renewal. Telomerase lengthens life's ropes via deep rest. Epigenetics flips switches generational. Your becoming coding lineage, quantum loops. Observation collapses potentials into cycles, self-fulfilling. Ancestral law echoes. Ouroboros devours tale, birthing anew. Sleep, the serpent's coil. Live the cycle now, listener, dawn kissing your crown. Each dusk, invite, release. Canvas, surrender, whisper, reflect. Seed, dance, rewire. Echo, transmute. Day, embody, notice alignments. Act bold. Track spirals, journals charting growth, not linear logs, but widening gyres. Tonight's right, palms skyward, cycle me higher. Sleep spirals ascent, Javier's voyages deepened. Global circles teaching, books navigating charts, airs helming his fleet. Storms, cycles transmute, resilience gold. His wake, voyagers charting bold, embody this infinity. Sense spiral widen, past cycles fuel future pulls, present pivots. Tension spirals to talk, doubt to drive, reality revolves, orbits expand, constellations keen. We've spiraled sovereign, dawn eternal, ablaze. Cycles seal fulfillment infinite. Yet this closes no book, your nights beckon endless. Carry the spiral now and become forever dawning.